How can I see bash history from more than one terminal session in Ubuntu? Possible duplicate. Can history files be unified in bash? I use Ubuntu Server 9.10 and I would like to be able to see my bash history for more than one terminal sessions, i.e. my last 200 commands or so, even if I have been logged out in between. When I use the history, I just see all commands from my actual terminal session. How can I see more command history from bash? Is there any specific settings for bash that I should change from the default values in Ubuntu? I don't have a tilde.bash_history file, but I have tilde.bashik with hist control equals $hist control $, hist control plus comma, ignore dots and hist control equals ignore both. Update. I am now trying Ubuntu Server 10.10 in VirtualBox. If I just turn off VirtualBox without the shutdown command, then next time when I boot, the commands from the last session is not saved in the history file. The commands are only saved if I shut down the machine with the shutdown command, e.g. shutdown p0. This must be the reason to my problem. So I have to figure out how to save the command history more often, e.g. after each command.
Once you log out, the history gets appended to the file /bash_history. Have a look in there. By default, it will remember your last 500 commands. If you want to save more, set the variable hist size in /bashirk. I also do add ignore_dups to hist control, with hist control equals $hist control column ignored up. This makes duplicate consecutive commands to be save only once. Have a look at man1 bash for what else you can tune about the history.
You can use to immediately append the in-memory history to the history file. One terminal session can't see another's unless this is done or the other is exited. You can use to see that number of entries. In addition to hist size, see the entry in the bash man page concerning hist file size.
Sanaj, this really should just work. I don't think there is supposed to be anything special you need to do to enable this. It sounds like something is interfering with the normal course of events. I would look in /etc/profile, /etc/bashirk, or perhaps /etc/bash.bashirk according to some sources, /bash_profile, /bashirk, /bash_login, /bash_logout, to see if there is anything that might be affecting the history, perhaps grep, I hist on each of the above files. In particular, I wonder if you have something in /bash_logout that removes the file. Alternatively, is it possible that something is overriding the $home variable?
Bash history is usually loaded when the shell begins running, and is saved when it is exited normally. You can use history A and history N to override this, but not automatically unless you abuse $prompt_command or something similar.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.